Happy Kwanzaa! Happy Kwanzaa!
Happy Kwanzaa!
Woo! The second day of Kwanzaa. Kujichagulia. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa celebration. Self-determination. Celebration. All right, I may move this up a little bit, so let me turn it this way. Okay, you got it? Celebration. All righty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is day 2 of Kwanzaa. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Stacy Jordan.
I'm Doyle Jordan.
And today we have some guests in the room with us. We have some guests in the room with us. I have my mother here. And Mom, say hi.
Hi.
Who chose not to be in the video? They don't like the camera. And my brother-in-law here. Brother-in-law, what's going on? Happy Kwanzaa. Brother-in-law.
Yeah. Let's talk to you.
Say hello.
Hello.
They chose not to be in the video today, but they're gonna be in the audience in the background. So we have I am Stacy Jordan.
I'm Doyle Jordan. And
sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right. So here we are coming again for day 2. Day 2 of Kwanzaa. So we're going to go ahead and start. Today we have our Kanari here and just kind of briefly run through with what Kwanzaa is. And just let us know this. Do you and your family celebrate Kwanzaa? Kwanzaa is, let's just say what it's not, okay? It is not a religious holiday. It is not political. It is something that is celebrated and focused and geared towards the African Americans. It came about by Dr. Maulana Karenga after the 1966 Watts riots. It is something that was created to help us to learn our culture and our heritage and get back some practices that were lost or minimized or no longer held or valued in our community. So during this time of the year, we come together for 7 days, which you will see these candles here, the red, the black, and the green. The black candle, we will always light this each night, each day for black representing the people. So we will light the candle. Of course, I have battery operated. They last a little longer. So we will light the candle on the Kanara. You got me, babe?
Mm-hmm.
And then the second night, we will start on the far end and alternate each day back and forth until all the days have been completed. And we've had discussion on the 7 principles. So yesterday was Umoja, which means unity, the spirit of togetherness. And today is Kujichagulia, which means what, babe?
Self-determination.
Self-determination. So yesterday, Umoja. So today we're going to do Kujichagulia, and we're going to light this candle, the red one. The red candle represents the blood that was shed of our ancestors. The black is for the people, the red is for the blood, and the green is for the rich and fortified and fertile land and prosperity. Okay, so now we know the red, black, and green colors for Kwanzaa. All right, so today too is Kujichagulia. And the purpose of us coming together these days, for these 7 days, is like a family meeting.
Mm-hmm.
We want to come together and we want to talk about these principles and how we as a people, as a family and a community, can better ourselves. And it's just not limited to, because we don't want anyone to get it wrong. It's just not limited to um, the Black people in America, the melanated people, our brothers and sisters here in America, but abroad, because we see the division, and there needs to be a healing and a coming together. And we will talk about healing throughout the rest of this week in ways that we can, because it just takes one person to light a match and get the fire started, right?
That's right.
One person. I light a match. Babe likes a match. My mother here likes a match. My brother here likes a match. And we just, everywhere we go, we carry that flame with us. We carry that spirit with us. My flame ignites your flame. Your flame ignites her flame. Her flame ignites his flame. And every place we go, every place our feet tread, we shed light to the room and the spaces that we come into. When we gather with our family and friends, we should be light barriers, light carriers, right?
That's right.
And so Kujichagulia, that's a very long word. KU, if you have children, because we want to cater this to the children too. So if this seems a little elementary, some may pull your children in and you may want them to know about it. Okay. So you may want to have the children to look this up. It's Kujichagulia, Kujichagulia, with emphasis on Lee. Kujichagulia. All right. And that's self determination. And that means to define and name ourselves, as well as to create and speak for ourselves. Okay, we can let's see right there. A baby's gonna go ahead and talk about it and share. I got it. Go ahead. Do your thing.
All right, Kuji Kagalia,
Cha.
Chagalia,
Kujichagulia. Cha.
which means
Golia.
self-determination, means knowing who you are and our role in our community as we journey through life to define our interests, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves, making decisions that benefit the family and community. Determination and perseverance move the world. Thinking that others will do it for you is a sure way to fail. Now,
That's a quote by who?
a quote by Marva Collins.
Great quote.
So when you say to define and name ourselves, as well as create
And
and speak
speak for
for
ourselves.
ourselves, first we got to figure out who we are.
Mm.
And as people, no matter who you are, as people, we need to know who we are, where we come from, what's our culture like, what we like, and how can we build from what we know about ourselves. And that's basically um, the foundation that we build to stand on. And a lot of times, if we don't know ourselves, or if we don't know where we come from, we struggle to acknowledge things that's happening. We struggle to know why things are happening, or we struggle to just learn how we really are on the inside. But once you find out how great you are, and the kings and queens that we come from, and how we were royalty and everything, you tend to want to hold your head up and just move forward.
Yeah.
And just uh, conquer the world, so to say. So we're saying to determine our interests, name ourselves, create for ourselves. What are our interests? What are you interested in? What do you like? And I think basically what it's saying, and when it's saying define our interests, you could take um, anything that you're good at and allow and draw people in and train and teach and grow from
Absolutely.
what you're interested in. I often tell people, um, and I often tell my son this, Josh, and my nephews, and anybody I talk to that's young. That what are you interested in? What do you like? What do you like to do?
Yeah.
What drives you when when you say you want to do some type of work or own your own business? What is it? And if you find yourself doing what you're interested in, man, the sky's the limit
Yeah.
because you can grow within that field,
And
whatever it is.
and something that's beneficial. Because see, one thing about it as a community and a people coming together, what I do, it's not going to be something that's just for me. Yes, I get to choose and decide what my goals are. And it's going to benefit me and it's going to benefit my community as well. If I am a hairstylist, how can I use my skill, my talent as a hairstylist to better and benefit my community? If your background is HVAC, how can you use your skill and you enjoy tinkering and fixing things? You're the fixer. If that's your thing, your interests, okay, you have to define that for yourself. What is it that you like, that you enjoy, that gets you going, that will allow you to provide for yourself, a lifestyle for yourself, help you put food on the table, provide you a home, help you to be able to take care of your spouse, your children, your family, those that are less fortunate than us. We have to decide what that looks like for us as the individual. And when we take on these things, how does it make my community better? And we can look at it and do some stuff that's pretty evil. Does robbing, stealing, and gang banging benefit my community? It does not in a positive way at all. And it certainly does not benefit me as an individual because it leads to erode a lifestyle of destruction. But when we can practice Kujichagulia, self-determination, we can name for ourselves, create and speak for ourselves. We can't help but to stimulate a healthy, thriving, and successful communities, family. And how good does that make us feel about ourselves? That even if I went as an attorney, or you went as a hairstylist, or as a financial coach, how can I better my community? How can I help families in the area of finance from my skills, from my experience, from teaching and training, and helping the community to flourish because I showed up, because you showed up with your skills and your goals.
Okay, so even with the self determination part, it begins with oneself. You have to build your own self determination. You have to have that self determination in order for others to see.
Mm,
And it just um, being just knowing what you want and just being able to go out and conquer what lies in front of you. So the second thing is name ourselves. We often say well, once I graduate from college, once I graduate from school, once I move to California, once I
mm.
travel to another
Once I,
country,
once I.
um, I want to name. I want to get this company, and I want to name this company. And anytime that you name something, and you give
Mm,
something a name, it basically defines what you trying to, who you trying to reach, and what you're trying to do.
mm,
And when you name what type of determination that you have, after you define yourself, then you give it a name. And I can be. I'm gonna call myself once I graduate from AC school. I'm gonna call myself AC Jordan. Everybody gonna know me as AC Jordan
AC
because
Jordan.
AC Jordan defines what I'm about or what I'm trying to do, who I'm trying to reach. Anybody that needs AC work or needs to be trained, first thing that comes to their mind, AC Jordan. AC Jordan. He knows it. He knows it all. He
And that
knows it all.
name has to be a good name for them
Yes.
to say that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So once you name or give whatever you determine, whatever your interest is, a name, and let that name be significant to what you to build you as you read your name, to build you as others read your name, or read what you are about. And the name defines the person or the entity or whatever it is, and it lets people know that this is what they're about.
Right.
So, you know, um, when it says name ourselves, what would you name yourself? Think hard. And sometimes it's not, it's self determination. So it's not as much as other people knowing. You got to know for yourself. Other people will see this. Other people will speak that name that you spoke to yourself, like a sign from God. So let's say you give yourself a name, and somebody walks up and says that name without even you saying it to them because of your work or because
Yeah. The
of your
fruits.
interests. Yeah,
Yeah.
because of your training, because of what type of light they see in you. They saying your name, or they're saying the name that you said within yourself. Give yourself a name. Give your interest a name. Don't just be in the dark. Put some light to it. Don't nobody have no pet that don't have a name. I mean, just imagine you had a pet parakeet but no name. How could you call him? What would you had to call him something? But a name defines whatever it is, and it gives it it creates an identity of yourself.
And we give light to that name. So whatever you are creating, defining and naming yourself, what is the fruit? Can you live up to that name? So let's say my name is Stacy Bakes Cakes. When they hear that name, what is thought? Is it, oh, bad customer service? Not so good cake. Oh, that's the best cake in the world. Oh yeah, I've heard of them. We ordered from them last week. Like I say, what's in a name? You would rather have a good name than a bad name any day. So whatever your name is, it's going to benefit you, and it's going to benefit the community as a whole. It should make not only your household better, you better, your family better, but the community, and then it spreads out in the nation. Everyone as a whole is better, and the race of people is better.
That's right.
Kujichagulia.
That's right. The next thing is create. Man,
I think we tapped in that a little bit. Yeah.
when you say create for yourself, now the word itself, that statement itself says you're not waiting on nobody else to do for you what you can do for yourself. You have to create for yourself. Don't depend on other people. Don't depend on other people's money, other people's success, other
Hand
people's
to mouth
what they
feeding.
have.
Yeah.
Always create for yourself. When you create for yourself, you are, at the end of the day, you are more excited about what you've done for yourself versus what somebody else has done. Don't you know, in society today, people often say when you're not around, he or she wouldn't have that if I wouldn't have gave him that money. He or she wouldn't be right there if I wouldn't have bought that plane ticket. They always say, they always want to put their 2 cents in because they figure They were the one got you to where you are. But when you create
Yeah.
that for yourself, when you create anything that you need to grow, to step, to move forward, to go higher, that is a great thing to do
Yeah.
because
Feels good.
you're not
Feels
depending on
good.
other people to do things for you. And I myself am one of these people that at one point in time, I love to fish. And at one point in time, even growing up when I was younger, I always waited for other people to call most of the time. Most of the time, but I went a lot by myself. But most of the time, I would wait for other people to call and say, "You want to go here? You want to go there, or whatever." Then at the same time, after I got old, I said, "Shoot, why, why wait for other people
Right,
and
right.
just get a place down here at the lake where you can go anytime you want to? You
Yeah.
don't need nobody.
Create for yourself.
Yeah, you don't need nobody to come ask you or do anything. You got water all around you
Yeah.
now.
Get your own
So
lake.
I
That's a
had to.
whole book.
Yes, right. I had to create
Woo.
something for myself that where I didn't need nobody else to say. If I wouldn't have took him to that other lake, he wouldn't have caught all those fish. I had to use my gas to do. No, I have my own. I have my own,
Mm-hmm.
and I've created my own environment in order for me to be able to do what I
Yeah.
want to do when I want to do it. And can't nobody say what they've given me, what they've given my
But
wife,
the Most High, the
what
Most
they've
High.
bought
Thank
for us,
you.
what they put in our hands. I mean, I grew up in church. Nobody has. I mean, I don't know if God ever spoke to anybody, but nobody has never walked up to me and put $100 in my hand, $200 in my hand.
You too.
But what I've gotten for myself and what I did for myself, I can say between me and God, God has made a way.
Yeah.
Can't nobody get the glory but me, but God through me. So, at the same time, create for yourself.
Yeah. And that's part of that creation start with goals. What are your goals? I know a lot of people around during this time, people are doing goal setting, vision boards. You may be doing it in your communities, different organizations, different churches. It may be women's group, the youth group. I don't see too many men's group doing it. Or
Mm-hmm.
communities or the different organizations, even some families and girlfriends, they may be. I know our family did it a couple of times where you sit together. What's the vision? You may have your own goals, vision that you want to create, something that you want to do personally for yourself. What is your goal? Can you put pen to paper? And like I said, Kwanzaa is not about religion, but we are believers. So you will hear us speak biblical principles. I think that's Habakkuk 2:2 that says, write the vision and make it plain. What is your vision? What is your goal? What are your goals? What are goals for you? What are goals if you're married? What are the goals for you and your spouse? Um, you have kids. What are the goals for you and your children, your family, your business? Are you barbershop owner or attorney's office or retail store or restaurant owner or community developer, financial coach. What are your goals for your business? Is it enough for you to sit and put pen to paper or vision board? I think people are doing like books now where you can sit and write and create, design. What does your next year looks like on paper? It's kind of like when we do the financial coaching. We're going to do our budget on paper. Is it your goal to become debt free in 2025? You've said in yourself, you've determined in yourself, I am not going to live 2025 like I did 2024. Broke, busted, and disgusted. Couldn't move, couldn't buy, couldn't invest, couldn't do the things I want to do. I work, 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 work. And it's like I have more month than I do money. So maybe this is time to sit and create a budget and set some financial goals and start moving in that direction. When we're part of that creating with the business, maybe it's a class you need to take. Maybe it's somebody, maybe it's a mother or uncle or auntie or cousin or grandfather, grandmother in the neighborhood. or pastor, somebody at the church or school who's doing what you want to do, and you can say, hey, can you disciple me? Can I come to your business for maybe 3 or 4 hours a day or one day a week and just observe? You don't have to pay me because I'm training, I'm taking notes. I will be an extra hand. Can I just observe and you walk me through? Can you teach me how to bake a cake? You make good cakes. I'll buy the ingredients. Can I come to your house and you teach me how to bake cakes like you do? Put yourself in position to create the things that you want. Ask for help when you need it. I know that was a big thing for me. I went to ask for help. I think that may be a thing with being the oldest. I'm I'm the oldest. Yeah, you better go figure that thing out. So I've not always been really good with asking for help. Ask for help, okay? Because I feel it's a disadvantage if you know how to do something and I'm too afraid to come to you and say, hey, Doyle, um, I see you're really good at this. Can you teach me and show me how to do this? We got to be okay with asking for the help, because then if this is his gift and his talent is to help in this area, I am not helping him fulfill his call in helping me. So he's being cheated because I'm too fearful to ask for the help. So we all got to find out how to work together and let each of us hone in on our skills and our talents and our various giftings that will help build up the family and the community, the collective as a whole.
That's right. So we name ourselves. I mean, define our interests, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and
Lastly,
last but not least, um, after we create for ourselves, we have to speak for ourselves. Now, how many people have somebody that can speak for you other than yourself?
mm,
You know, uh, you find a lot of people want to tell other people what you think, how you think, who you are, what you are, and these other people have never heard anything from you. They're just going by what other people say. But when you speak for yourself, or
mm,
we speak for ourselves, people will get to know who we really are.
mm,
People will get to know what we really like, what our interests, what our goals, what we like to do, how we can help each other. How can I help you, and how could you help me? But when you listen to other people about other people, you're not getting a full, I want to say, description or full knowledge of that person or what that person is, because you got so many people want to speak for other people. I feel like if we speak for our own selves
yeah,
and keep other people's names out of our mouths, and we speak for our own selves, I think our community would be a lot better, because then people will know more about what you are versus what you trying to get people to see what somebody else is.
mm-hmm.
So when we speak for ourselves, I am definitely a strong proponent of speaking for yourself
Yeah, speak up,
if given
speak
the
up
opportunity.
confidently.
Sometimes you're not given the opportunity to do that because you've heard so much from other people, and other people have determined from somebody else who you are, and they have never had a conversation with you.
Mm,
That's why sometimes people, when you get around people, they treat you a certain way or they talk to you a certain way because they've already determined through somebody else who you are.
mm.
That's a hard pill to swallow. If you just meeting somebody, you're saying, why they acting like this? Why they talking to me like this? And they don't even know me. We hadn't even had a conversation. Well, you just about know why.
You got to
Because if
self-determine.
everything has a common link, when you meet people and your common link is only two people, then you know where that come from. The common links are the ones that are speaking for you to other people. We need to learn as a community of people, Christians, a community of
Non-Christians, like,
believers, a community of people that have the faith in God that we need to allow people to speak for themselves.
Speak
Allow
up.
me to speak
Speak
for
up for
myself.
yourself.
I don't need nobody to lay down the red carpet before I get there, or the black carpet. Some people get the black carpet treatment, and that's not good. Some people may get the red carpet treatment because that person that's saying some stuff just love the ground you walk on. So they'll make you feel like a king or queen to other people. But
Speak
if they
up.
don't like you, they ain't gonna lay out the red carpet. They're gonna lay out the black carpet. And when they lay out the black carpet, everybody that received that word looks at you different or talk to you different. And you would say, why would they even talk to me like that? They don't even know my personality. They don't even know me. Only
Speak
because of
up.
what somebody else said. But we need to learn to speak for ourselves.
And be okay
And
with it.
that's an individual challenge that we need to take on, because speak for ourselves, talk for ourselves. And
Create
if
for
anybody wants
ourselves.
to know anything about anybody else, let them get it from the that what we say, the horse's mouth. Let them get it from there, because when we speak for ourselves, people will know what we really stand
Yeah.
for. People will know what we really what is our goal. And our goal is for a healthy community. Healthy
Yeah.
community begins with
Healthy families.
our own, just like it says, our own self-determination.
Yeah.
Self-determination. Once we have our own self-determination and not other people building for us, then we'll see a difference in how we move, what type of moves we need to make. But when you depend on other people to build the steps for you
Every
to
single
climb,
thing.
then you're making you will fail.
Yeah.
Because those steps are not strong, because you didn't build them for yourself. If you made anything for yourself, you're gonna make sure you ain't getting hurt. You make sure you ain't falling through the floor. You making sure you are safe.
Solid foundation.
But when somebody else build it, they don't
It
care.
could be shaky ground.
They don't care whether you fall through the floor or not. They just made it so you think you are on a solid foundation. Yeah. Don't depend on people.
Yeah.
And don't let people talk for you.
And that's just not necessarily people and family. Even systems and programs that are under the disguise to help, when really they serve as an enabler for we simply won't move. We won't self-determine. We won't practice Kujichagulia. We won't define and name ourselves and create and speak for ourselves, because we've become used to the hand to mouth feeding. We've become to some of these programs and systems we can only speak for the West. In the West, that looks like they're helping us, but they really numb and keep us quiet, because I want my mama to keep letting me stay at her house. And as long as she keeps creating a space and a place for me, I will never determine for myself. I will never grow up to maturity.
Nope.
I will always sit there, and every time she reach out, I'm going to open my mouth to eat whatever her hand gives me to receive. But what if I start to create and self-determining for myself with my own hands? Now I can feed myself. I can nourish myself. I can manage myself. I can steward all of my business and all of my affairs well, because I've done it for myself. And as a result of being a better person and doing things for myself, how much more greater and better can my family and our community be?
It's be a whole lot greater.
Yeah.
Young people. If you're young people in college, about to get out of college, don't sit at the house and expect mom and dad to take care of you the rest of your life. Self-determination. You got to have the self-determination to get your own place. Get your own car, get your own stuff, build your own dream, find out who you are.
Yeah.
And speak for yourself.
Get your own pot and own window.
Yeah. To throw it out of. Because what it does is you're at home, and you bragging about the very expensive car you have, but that's all you have. You have nothing else. I mean, we should not let material things define who we are just because of material things. People will allow their big house, their cars, their
Degrees,
watches,
annual
yeah,
income.
to make to make people want to treat them in a different light.
But
I
how can I use
myself
that?
is not the type of person I will congratulate anything that you do, but I will not treat you different because you have it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna treat you just like you treat me, or like a normal person. I'm not gonna treat you any different because your car costs $70,000-$80,000 and you got 20 houses, and I supposed to treat you different. No, it doesn't work like that, because those material things is not what determines how you should be treated. But at the same time, the last thing is
Oh, I thought that was it. We got one. Where we leave off?
the last part of this statement is
Okay, gotcha.
um, determination and perseverance move the world. Determination
And
and
perseverance.
perseverance
All
move
right.
the world. It don't just move your apartment and your dad and mama apartment house. It moves the world. We all have to have determination
And
and
perseverance.
perseverance,
Yeah.
because this is self determination.
Yeah.
Self, now it begins with self. You got to make sure that your own self determination is strong. So determination, perseverance move the world. Thinking that others will do it for you, is a sure way to fail. Now, when you always think the other people are supposed to do it for you, that's when you begin to fail. My granddaddy told me and my brother one time.
You remember that, Jeff?
He said, if y'all ever become a preacher,
Yeah.
he said, if y'all ever become a preacher, y'all ever got your own church, do not let the church take care of you. You make your own money.
Keep your own
Because
job.
if you start depending on these people to take care of you, they will stop and you will have nothing. So
not only that, they'll tell you what to preach.
They'll tell you what. Don't we see that today?
Yeah.
They will tell you what to preach.
Yeah. So
you're hireling.
Yeah. So at the same time, you start. That's why some churches don't. I mean, some things, I ain't just putting it on the church, but that's why some things don't last long, because what they building off of is what other people do versus what they should do. If you building on, well, I got to raise, or I got to get this, and I got to get that from other people, you begin to fail, because you have never did anything to make it better for yourself. You the one got to make it better, not the people. You the one got to get out there and make that business work. You got to advertise. You got to get out there and draw
create
the people
name
into your business or what it is. Because once you think that because I am one of your customers, I got to build your business, that's when you begin to fail, because I'm not going to do it for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to come get my haircut. If somebody asks, I tell them where I got my haircut from. I tell them where I got my clothes from. I tell them where I got it from.
Or like mom.
But I'm not finna get out and advertise.
Yeah. Your name, what you created for yourself, is what's going to speak for you.
That's right.
But I would say to all of us, and even for me, you said whatever our goals are, self-determined. Think about what is your goal, and whatever it is, persevere. And what was the last?
Determination.
Have determination and persevere and work towards your goals like nobody's business. And that goal setting, not only does it bless your life, set it up to serve and be a blessing to those that are around us, to our community and your family. Kujichagulia.
Kujichagulia.
Kujichagulia, self-determination. All right, listen, this was day 2 of Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa. Do you and your family celebrate Kwanzaa? It is our hope that we come along and share, and that we encourage our family, our friends, our brothers, and our sisters to let's think Okay. And this is just not for 7 days. This is something we walk out and practice 365 days a year. What can you do? What are your goals? We encourage you to practice and have perseverance and
Self-determination.
all right, Kujichagulia. All right, thanks for following our YouTube channel. Jordan's gonna go, and we're gonna do just that. Jordan's gonna go. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.